All right, next element here. Let's go to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is now mad about something about the World Economic Forum and electric vehicles. Let's look at a couple super chats before we go in. Who do you think will win the Republican Arizona governor's race? I don't know. I mean, they're counting. I have no idea. They're counting ballots. We have to wait and see. Republicans sure hate when you do agree with their ideas, but the people of Kansas has spoken. All right, listen to this.
Put out on July 18th, which...
3 circular economy approaches to reduce demand for critical metals. Oh, wow. And this is, who put this out?
This is on the
World Economic Forum?
Yeah.
Shifting from fossil fuels to renewables requires huge amounts of critical metals, which is true. Recycling alone won't be enough to sustain the amount. Oh, I get it. They fucking played the old switcheroo on us. You got to get an electric car. So actually, now that we've got you off the fossil fuels, that's not enough.
Not, dude, not even
no,
cars. You don't need a car.
So the idea is there's like some conspiracy here?
Recycling is not going to be enough to sustain the amount of materials needed. So we need to increase sharing, reuse, and a preference for longevity to reduce demand. What does that even mean?
Let me explain, Joe, what that means. We should prefer products that last a long time so you don't have to replace them frequently. It's not particularly nefarious. We should have so it's sort of like, when I bought my espresso machine, which, by the way, is now in legal hell.
We're doing a class action lawsuit against all machines.
When I bought my espresso machine in 2015, that's 7 years ago, I could have gone with a $200 machine. And it probably would have had to have been replaced already. But instead, I went with a beautiful $650 machine, which is made from metal and other elements, and it is still working beautifully. It's now tied up in court. I haven't seen him. I could refer to my espresso machine as him. I haven't seen him in months because he's tied up in legal hell. But the machine is still going strong. It's a preference towards quality, so that I don't end up buying 3 machines and 2 end up flushed down the toilet. Not particularly nefarious.
Who's going to own the Ubers?
Interpret that, please.
Who's going to own the Ubers? What?
We need to increase sharing, reuse, and a preference for longevity to reduce demand. What does that mean? Why is that so ambiguous?
Well, why is it so confusing would be a better question.
I get reducing sharing. I get reusing. But a preference for longevity to...
Yes. Prefer items that last longer.
Reduce demand? What does that mean?
Yeah, what it means is as follows. My demand for espresso machines is lower if my one machine lasts a long time. If I am committed to having an espresso machine, if it breaks, now I demand a new machine. And by demand, I don't mean I show up and go, let me speak to the manager. I mean, I demand it economically speaking. I'm in the market for a machine. If I have one that has more longevity, I'm reducing my demand for new machines because I've got a working machine.
Do you know what that means?
Don't buy new cars a lot. Buy them left often.
Preference for longevity. So preferring older cars, is that what it's saying?
No, preferring cars that last a long time.
To own it longer, over a long period
Cuba?
of time.
Like
oh my God. Oh God. Like Cuba.
Communist Cuba? They have the dopest old cars.
You can't own anything. That's basically what they're saying.
No,
buy our shit.
They have cars.
Our shit.
They have cars in Cuba. They have dope old cars.
I cannot believe this is happening. I cannot believe this is happening. Preferring better quality stuff means we will be like Cuba.
Which I love old cars.
Oh my God. Have you ever seen like those photographs of, because what they've done is they've maintained them and taken care of them and like refixed them and refinished them.
Yeah.
And they're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then he's like, it's actually pretty cool when you take care of stuff. That is something else, guys. That is really, really, really something else. Wow. Yeah. I would love to go back on with Rogan and just talk about this stuff. Be like, Joe, were you really that confused by like, hey, we should prefer stuff that lasts a long time because it's just like better? I'd rather get one good pair of boots than buy a new pair of boots every year. And also that keeps boots out of landfills. Like it's not complicated. It's not complicated.